This video is going to provide you with some examples of how data analytics and data science have an effect on people and society. As mentioned in a previous video, there is a lack of strong ethical guidelines in data analytics and data science. This can be seen in implications beyond populations that have been historically disenfranchised. This Fortune article from 2017 raises the question of the role of data in democracy in the companies that are analytic companies and what they are doing with data. One example of how poorly prepared industries like Facebook are for unethical use of data that they provide is the Cambridge Analytica scandal. In brief, from an article in The Atlantic, here is a summary of the scandal. In June 2014, a researcher named Alexander Kogan developed a personality quiz app for Facebook. It was heavily influenced by a similar personality quiz app made by the Psychometrics Center, a Cambridge University laboratory where Kogan worked. About 270,000 people installed the app on their Facebook account. But as with any Facebook developer at the time, Kogan could access data about those users or their friends. And when Kogan's app asked for that data, it saved that information into a private database instead of immediately deleting it. Kogan provided that private database containing information about 50 million Facebook users to the voter profiling company Cambridge Analytica. Cambridge Analytica used it to make 30 million psychographic profiles about voters. With the Cambridge Analytica scandal, there are a few issues. First of all, it was not an ethical company to begin with. BBC reported that those in leadership at Cambridge Analytica would bend all sorts of rules and potentially laws to meet client expectations. They also would misrepresent what they did with the data from Facebook to Facebook. However, Facebook had no control over what the people said they were going to do with the data. So the data use agreement said that data would be deleted once analyzed for a specific purpose, but Facebook never followed up to ensure people were abiding by the data use agreement and people were actually not deleting the data. Facebook didn't grasp the potential activities that could potentially be facilitated by this type of access to the data they provided. Facebook did not prioritize privacy of data, so it was difficult to hold any of the people accountable. Beyond private industry, we also see data systems in development across the world with different governments. There is a new system in use and in continuous development in China, the social credit system. The social credit system calls for the establishment of a unified record system for individuals, businesses, and the government to be tracked and evaluated for trustworthiness. This is a system that coordinates all sorts of activities and applies a metric to your behaviors. This includes both in-person and online behaviors. Currently, some negative behaviors that are tracked and evaluated include dishonest and fraudulent financial behavior, playing music too loud, violating traffic rules, and not showing up to a hotel or dinner reservation. Positive behaviors are also tracked. For example, donating blood, volunteering, or praising the government on social media are positive behaviors. Poor ratings can make you lose your train bookings, while good ratings may give you the best train seat or remove deposits for a hotel stay. This system raises the question if fully unmediated social systems are a social good or not. There, of course, could be instances where you have a bad day or had to cancel a dinner reservation because someone close to you fell ill. You might be unaware you are losing points at times, and it is difficult to question the system or try to argue that you shouldn't have received it. With these two examples, we can clearly see how data has an impact on people in the greater society. What other examples can you think of? Data science is a very rapid and evolving field. People have noticed the potential for harms happens when we remove the human component of the data we produce. People are developing new methods for a more holistic treatment of the field. While a lot of this work is centered in the data science field, it also has implications in data analytics as well. More companies are looking for people who understand the human aspect of this work, and we have more institutions and academic programs that are centering humanity in this work. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, reach out to me.